Yo, what is up, guys? Okay, I guess I need to give you guys a link. Let's go here. Alright, we're chilling. We're chilling till you guys get here and send me your replays. Yo, what's up, Pat? Man, I feel like we were just talking. Is Federally here? If Federally is in chat, we'll check out his game here. Yo, what's up, Andre? Get a replay for me, Andre? Ah, you went to bed? Oh no. Maybe we'll still analyze this game. I'll probably upload this after. Alright, last time I asked you guys for replays, you guys were shy. So, you guys, in order for this to work, you guys gotta not be shy and drop your replays in chat. You've been following my hyper-aggressive TVZ build. These are a lot better, so I got stomped. Ah, yeah. Yep. Mechanics are king in this game. You'll probably get him though if you keep working on the build. It's definitely a strong build. You only got wins past week? God damn, bro. Too good of a coach. If this is true and not a lie, I mean, I must be doing something good. Yo, what's up, Jonathan? You're on a walk? Alright. No worries, we'll probably be here when you get back. You feel like you just saw me? I feel like I just saw you too, Nave. I was just saying that to Pat here. Pretty sure we just had a convo. Okay, JJ Andre, the hero we need, pulling up a replay for us. Here we go. Wow, you're actually not joking. You've only played like 8 games, but it's true, you haven't lost in 7 days. It's honestly not a bad win streak you got going there. You guys could have been playing micro tournament with us for like triple hour practice. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch Federally's replay here that he posted in the share your replays on Discord. He said it was a roach rush. He said How should I have responded to this one base roach all in? Let's take a look. Oh man, ZVZ one base roach. That's pretty wild. I guess he's playing the beginner roach build, so this might be actually challenging. Yeah. He probably just follows the build order too rigidly here, I'm thinking. Okay, so our Overlord gets here. And we see no hatch, right? And if we look at our hatch, it's finished. So this guy is mega super duper all in. So as soon as you see this, you start spamming units immediately. Don't even make any more drones. Because you're up a whole base already, right? Like this base is fully mining. So all you need to do from this position is just spam units till you win. You could even spam spine crawlers, honestly. And then you can stop doing that once you see an expansion, which is probably never. And you could just go Ling speed here, or you could just go spines. You could even just throw down a Roachborn right now. It's pretty good, I think. Okay, so he expands now. I think you're trying to get some info here, but you don't really need to get any info because we know he's on one base. So he pretty much just has to be doing it some sort of unit all in. But that's not a bad idea in a lot of other situations. If you guys just got here, drop your replays in Discord and then share your replays. Actually, wait, hold up. One sec, guys. I think I can just post this at the top. Right? Can I pin this? Pin. Let me know if you guys can click that link. Yeah, you should be able to. Okay, okay, sick. There we go. What's up, Nate? If you guys don't hurry up, Nate's gonna get a replay in the share your replay section. Nate's fast, so you guys better hurry up. Yeah, I think we just drone too much here, because this guy's still... I mean, look at Federley's macro here. This guy's got no money. He's got like 100 drones already. We just didn't make enough defense. Honestly, this is like barely anything. I think if our spine was just here, we would have been fine too. I think the spine was just too far back. Another thing you can do here, Federally, is you can fight with your drones, because if you consider like these are all extra ones, these guys can all die and you'll still be even. Worst case scenario. So I think you should have just surrounded these roaches, because this is enough drones to take down this army. This is like if there's one really buff guy, but then there's like 16 kids with sticks, you can still take them down, you know? You just gotta work together. Honestly, I would just A-move all these on the roaches, then I would move this spine up probably. Yep, I think that's pretty much it. Now he's got too much for sure. It's kind of snowballed, but I think you definitely had a good shot there with the spine in front and the drone pull, and then just continuous units. All right, here we go. Now we got some guys posting replays. Now we're talking. All right, who is Invincible Blaze in chat? So I can associate names here. Is this JJ Andre? You're Pat's friend. Okay. Okay, sick. A friend of Pat is a friend of mine. Okay, wait. So are you... I don't know what race you are. You're the Terran, right? Okay, I'm gonna assume you're the Terran. So this is Diamond/Masters level again. Does it have to be on an A? Most replays are on Korea. Nope. You can just drop them into the Discord link and it won't matter. Yeah, wait. Who was salty here? The Protoss? Okay, that's good. Oh man, this guy's up to no good. Except he's got 2 pylons at home, so actually not up to no good. I mean, immediately what you should have done here is just dropped a bunker because this guy made a zealot, so... What is this? What is going on? Alright, you don't need to do anything fancy here. You just need to, like, get a bunker and make units. So let's see what you do. Okay, you're getting the bunker. It's good so far. I mean, this guy's wasting a ton of resources on the forge and shield battery and stuff. Marine. You saw the Stargate, so you should definitely deviate from whatever build you do and start just countering whatever tech he has. So like, if he's playing Twilight, maybe go tank Raven because he's playing ground. If he's playing Stargate, maybe go Viking Cyclone because those both do well against air units. Hellion here feels kind of like you're doing your normal build order basically. There we go. Tech lab. Yeah, see this transition here feels a little early because he's playing 1 base, so he's definitely got like some fast units, right? Like he's committed to some fast units. Okay, now we're making the Viking. Definitely missed some rounds here though, so I think that's the main thing is like we don't want to really miss rounds here because we're obviously really ahead in eco. Yeah, I mean, like look at the eco here. So all you need to do is just make a lot of units basically, and then ideally have those units be good against whatever he's building. Here we're kind of like transitioning when we don't need to. I mean, it's not like bad to transition, but it's just that you're cutting units to do the transition. So then when he finally shows up with this 1 fucking carrier, what even is this? When he finally shows up with the 1 carrier, maybe you don't have enough. I don't know. It looks like you have enough though. Nice. Oh, you went for the carrier. Okay. I mean, you should be winning now. Right? Viking. Okay, Vikings are actually a mistake here, believe it or not. What you want to do against carrier is just go for the literal standard setup and don't change anything. Just go medevac, marine, and then you could go Widowmine or you could go Thor. Or just don't even use the factory and go 2 more racks. That's also good. Actually, that's probably the best, the last thing I said. Just only marine medevac. Because if you go Viking, you can think about it like this. The Viking are going to target the carrier. And so they're going to do a good job of killing carriers directly. And the Marines are going to do a good job of killing interceptors. So you're literally doing 2 things at the same time. Which is like, you could go one way or the other, but not both. And I think it's better to go for interceptors because you can use your barracks. If you go for the carrier, you got to literally only make starport. But you can do that. We're getting lots of tech. Yeah, so this is a pretty common way to deal with it, but it's definitely harder to like the way you're doing it is really difficult. If you just like get a lot of minerals and then mass marine medevac, you just A-move him. You literally just stim A-move. It'll be really easy if you got the right setup. Oh man, you went in here. Yeah, you don't need to go in here at all. You just need to deny his 3rd whenever he takes it. So you should never go up here. Ghost. Yeah, you're getting like so many upgrades and tech and stuff. It's too complicated. You don't need to do any of that stuff because you have the eco lead. These turrets are not a bad idea though. Oh my god, he recalled. That's super annoying. I think probably what I would have done there is like ran into his base right as he recalled and just base traded him. But yeah, I think the main thing is too complicated of an army here with the Vikings and the Marines. Just go medevac Marine and then it should be easy. Especially when you get really good upgrades. And then you might have to go Ghost if he goes High Templar. Oh, he went Disruptor. I think it's you just dodge them. But I guess you could go like Siege Tank or Liberators on top of the Marine. Yeah, you don't have any upgrades, right? You're on 2-2? Okay. Let me know if you have questions about that. I think you basically just are getting like a really complicated army when all you want is like tons of medevac, Marine, and lots of expansions with minerals. And then maybe Ghost if he goes High Templar, and then like maybe Tank or Liberator if he goes Disruptor. But realistically, you shouldn't even need those because he shouldn't have enough money on 2 bases. Okay, next we're gonna check out Kazakh's game. Oh, it was removed. We were gonna click on Kazakh's game, but then it disappeared. Alright, there are 17 of you guys in chat, and only one of you guys has sent me a replay. What's up with that? Are you guys shy? You're worried I'm gonna say mean things about your games? I'll be nice, I promise. How do you prevent the recall? Well, I think you don't need to prevent the recall because you should have an army that owns his carriers anyways. So personally, I would have just like waited outside his base, and then when he recalled, I would have just went and killed all his buildings. That's honestly what I would have done. I would have literally ignored it. You're sitting one now, Jonathan? You're horrible though? That's fine. We're all horrible at StarCraft together. Also, if you post your replays and you did something pretty bad, I'm sure other people have similar problems. So it's not like everybody else watching is not gonna learn stuff. Yep, just mass Marine medevac. Don't build any Vikings. Just stim a move, kill all the interceptors, and then the carrier army kind of sucks. You've tried that before, and then he does the time slow on his ramp. Well, that'll be impossible if he recalled. Like the only time you should have pushed him on the ramp was when his whole army wasn't there, is what I meant. Otherwise, you definitely should not go up the ramp. Man, my voice is dying right now. I went for a run outside and it's -3, and my throat gets super raw. It's just too cold to run. Yo, what's up, Blackman? He dropped 7 replays or so to me the other day. Okay, wait. Let me check. That's true, you did send me a bunch. Wait, which ones did we watch in the lesson? I don't remember which ones we watched though. Just tell me which one we didn't watch and I'll pull one of those open. Not sure if there's anything to analyze, just bad mechanics. There might be, though. You never know. Alright, Pulse Eater dropping a replay here. I literally don't know who is who. Maybe this is Jonathan? Okay, I think we're cheering for the Protoss. Okay, this is Jonathan Hansen's replay. This was Diamond though, wasn't it? Didn't I see Diamond? You're probably like at the higher end of this chat, Jonathan. Alright, double chrono, nice. This guy's been watching my guides for sure. Should cut this probe. Oh yes, there we go. Now we're talking. One gas. Nice. I would have got the gas faster. That's the only thing so far. Stalker. Orchid. Nice. Looking good. It's not too shabby. I'm being too modest. Second Stalker. I would have liked the tech structure a little bit earlier. Twilight, okay. Oh man, you're very bold with this Stalker. I think if you go Stalkers, you should just keep them at home because the problem is if you go up this ramp and there's a one Widow Mine, you lose a Stalker, which is common. And yeah, they're just not like fast enough to do damage because of the bunker. So if you want to be aggressive, you should go Adept. If you want to just chill at home, then you can go Stalker. 3-gate Robo. I mean, so far this looks pretty sick. Guailu dropping a replay. Nice. And I think you're new to the Discord. You can set your race and league in the I think it's called Set Your Race, maybe. Oh wow. Okay, so this guy's going for like a big 1-1-1 push, right? So when the Terran does this, they kind of delay a bunch of their biotechnology. So he's not going to have a very fast stim or combat shield or any of that stuff, but he is going to have like a really solid defense. And if he wants, he could turn that into like a pretty big push as well. But yeah, this is like super ultra defensive. This guy's kind of playing like Jason, or at least it reminds me of how Jason plays. So the way you take advantage of this is you just don't attack him, which I think is maybe part of the problem because you're opening with quite a lot of Stalkers, which is basically like him countering you. And you're not really all in. It's kind of like an older build where you go 3-gate blink. These days, usually people go for like a 4-gate blink if they're going to make this many Stalker. So I think that's partially where you're going wrong here. And on top of that, if you are going to go for this type of blink attack, it's kind of fragile. Like you have to hit the right timing. And that timing is kind of like now. Because if you look at the Terran setup, he only has one tank. And so you kind of want to line it up with your blink finishing and blink into his base when he only has one tank because he can't cover both sides. So I think that's kind of where you're going wrong here is you push too late with the blink stalkers and he already had like 3 tanks. So he's like super turtled up here. And his positioning is really good as well. So now you're just really far behind. So this game is going to be extremely hard from this point on. Transition looks pretty good though. Yeah, he's like crazy far ahead though. So it's mostly going to come down to being behind from that early push, I think. Pretty good comp though. Yeah, I mean, this is super scary. You're definitely making too many Stalker here. Oh boy. Yeah, that fight was definitely pretty rough. You should usually not blink forward into armies. It's just super risky. So I think what you should have done here instead is made more zealot. And then when you started the fight, you should have just pulled most of your army back so that you could tank the Widowmine shots. So here, if you just A-move, these zealots will actually trigger the Widowmine right now. And since he's running, I think you actually would have had a really good fight if you didn't blink forward, because the Widowmines would have actually hit the part of the bio. And if you imagine some of this is zealot and you have it just like back here, all the Widowmine are going to be gone, and then more zealots come in, and then you start winning the fight. So you kind of like have to take a hit at the beginning against Widowmine, lose a bunch of your zealots, but then you have more coming, and the zealots are like unkillable when Terran has no Widowmine, so they do really, really well in the kind of second half of the fight. There you are probably okay too if you just sniped the tank and then backed up. But yeah, he was ahead as well, so you would have had to like micro really well here also, right? How does this game go on for 6 minutes? He must do really well for the next little bit, because this game looks really over to me. Let's see what happens. I'll just times 8. Maybe you make a big play or something. Disruptors. You're definitely going the right route, but I think it's hopeless. You must get like a really massive hit here, right? Okay, you fought valiantly, but you're extremely outnumbered. Yeah, okay. Next game. There's no way. I don't think I could win that game anymore. So yeah, I think it came down to the blink attack just not really getting much done because you missed the timing. And then after that, you maybe still had a chance, but you had to play like really well. And just your fight, you blinked forward and you had a bit too stalker heavy of an army. Not bad though, not bad. The blink is an addiction, guys. I've definitely blinked into people a lot. What's going on here? Wait a second. Are you the Zerg? Is this GM on EU? Shiny pants. Okay. I think that's a Blizzard auto-generated name, right? You're the Protoss. You are Shiny Pants. Is that right? You are the Shiny Pants man? Okay. Stargate, Warp Gate. Blizzard Auto. I think I have a Shiny Pants account too. Alright, it's pretty clean. Third Adept. I'm gonna have to really focus here since it's a GM game. Actually, wait, what is your rank? Wait, you're also GM or is this your friend? Oh no! That would have been good for you if you canceled. I don't think his third was that late. It's just because he went 3 Adept instead of 2. But that's actually fine. Could cancel. Use the Oracle. Hey man, this is really good for you. You just need to make some more Adept. Yeah, and yeah, and probably bring this Oracle back on the same group. Yeah, this is really good for you. You shouldn't feel bad when they cancel your third like this. You should also maybe just warp in like another round of Adept too. And then you can send your oracles across. That's usually what I do against people who do this. Like Snake is I make extra units on top of what I need because you don't really want to leave your oracles back here because then you're blind. And some people will like all in you behind the link pressure. So you kind of got to be bold whenever they do this, where you're like, where you basically like move out as soon as the harass stops, because if you just get too scared here, then they can get a good lead. Other than that, looks pretty good. I think you're rushing your tech a little bit, which is pretty common, which means you're not quite making as many workers as you're supposed to. So what you need to do is chrono your probes more here, and just don't worry too much about delaying these buildings, because it's pretty common for you to like fully saturate this base before you get all your buildings. So try to push that limit a little more. I don't think you want to all in here because you got the robo and stuff. Yeah, so I think you hurt your economy quite a bit, even though you were ahead there, and now you're more even. Oh, yeah. Okay, this guy's one of those Zergs. This guy might literally be Snake. He's playing exactly like Snake, or like this other Zerg I play, where they just YOLO on 3-base eco. I actually hate this Zerg so much, this style of Zerg. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to, first of all, you need to use your oracles a little more actively, and you need to notice that he's only on 3-base. Did you find the tech? Oh, you did? Nice. Okay, okay. Now we're talking. So you found the tech. You're going Phoenix. I think Phoenix are not correct here. I haven't tried it, but it feels bad to me because you're going Stalker. And the Stalkers kind of already deal with Muta. So to me, the Phoenix feels like it pairs better with Zealots. But that's just my GM intuition. I don't know if it's... Maybe it's still good. I mean, I guess you have Oracle. So yeah, here you should definitely stay on 3-base for a little bit. Lots of cannon. Okay. And then once you see him droning, then you can take your 4th. So I think here you can take your 4th. Especially after that battle went really good, I would still take it. Okay, you're pushing out. This is unnecessary, but it could be good. I mean, you definitely have a timing here. You see these lings. If you see the lings, you just go for it really fast here. Like, I would just blink in his base and just push the tempo really hard, because this is a pretty large portion of his army that's not in his base. And I feel like you're giving him a little bit of time here by just kind of killing creep and stuff. Like, normally this would be good, but in a high tempo situation where he's like doing major damage here, you gotta fight him fast. Okay, so you're going for the base kill. So then your plan is to leave. You're gonna lose the sentries. I think he got the slightly better end of the trades, but maybe not actually. Maybe not. It looks like you didn't lose too many workers, so that's nice. You're gonna get this base up. I think you have to pick a tech here. You're kind of stuck on Stalker, and you're not really transitioning. And this, honestly, Stalkers are really bad unless you have insane micro or like insane eco. So I feel like you kind of got stuck on the 3-base. And yeah, normally if I'm stuck on 3 bases, I play for a tech. So you have all this gas, right? So you should play for like Disruptor here, I think, against Roach Raff. Whereas if you took this 4th base really fast, which you tried to do, to be fair, but then it died, right? So if you kept it alive, you could have played this Stalker comp because you have like a lot of mineral eco. But as soon as it got cancelled, you should have switched plans into tech-based play, if that makes sense. I mean, that's pretty advanced, but you should have basically changed your strategy. I think you're probably just not used to high gas here, because you can see you're just kind of like floating it. Because your plan was mass Stalker for sure initially. think you're winning now, though. You're definitely winning now. Fourth base is up. Move the probes around. I probably wouldn't build probes here because you don't quite have enough room for them all if you move stuff. And I personally wouldn't want to take these gases if you want to play this style. So what I would do is not make probes, go for a fast fifth, even though this one just finished, and just keep mining more and more minerals because your plan is clearly lots of stalker, right? Oh, okay, you're going Disruptor now. This plan's good too, with all the gas on 4 base. I like it. Yeah, this is a tough position. I think you definitely need more Zealot. Like, you're relying too much on the Stalker. And it's pretty hard to play Stalker at this supply. I think you should have just warped in a bunch of Zealot there and it would have been a lot easier. Personally, I find if you're playing against Mass Ravager, like at some point they just have too many bios and you just can't keep up with them. So you kind of need Zealot or Disruptor. You kind of got caught in this like supply amount where you're too high with Stalkers, and so you, even with really good micro, it's almost impossible. So yeah, this comp is kind of imba if you let them get too much. So basically you need faster Disruptor, or you need to somehow keep this base alive and then you can play faster Charizard Archon. Against this is a lot better. Like, if you look at this army, you would think, oh, Roaches counter Zealots, but actually Zealot Archon is quite good against this army, off creep. You can pretty much play Zealot Archon against anything. I think it's a lot better against this. Or if you're gonna play the Stalkers, you need to get like way more aggressive in trading with them. And yeah, maybe fighting him like over here instead of at your base. This game is definitely pretty complicated though, so hopefully those are some good tips. I think I would have had faster Disruptor for sure. And I think I personally would have went for the Jugular a lot harder instead of killing the 4th. Okay. Looks like we got some more replays here. Okay, Diamond level TVP. Kazakh. Alright. Why did this not load up? Alright, what I want everybody to go do right now, real quick, while this one's loading, is press the thumbs up button on the video. There's only 5 thumbs up, and there's 19 of you here, so we need at least, what is that? 15 more thumbs up. Okay, so we're, oh my god, aren't you the Terran here? Kazakh. Oh, you only sent 1 SCB. Okay. Alright, you're forgiven. It kind of looked like you were going to proxy 4 racks, though. You had me worried. Alright. Definitely a very fast scout. Not really necessary. You're losing a little bit of money here, but not the end of the world. The common time to scout in this matchup is like now, as you reach 18, 17 out of 18. So you could save quite a bit of money by doing that. Cyber Core. This is also like not very good because if they do this, the gateway unit doesn't get to the main fast enough when the Reaper gets there. But okay, he's going for some 2-gate attack. Oh, you don't have a bunker. Yep, you're dead. You need a bunker. Yeah, there's no way around this one. You gotta have a bunker fast. So when your SCV got there and you saw the double gate, you should bunker immediately. I think, what do I do? I usually go factory, and then the standard build would be to go depot next. But instead of doing that, you go factory, bunker, depot, because you need it a little quicker. And then you should not be going for a reactor after the Reaper. That's actually quite greedy. Instead of doing that, just go marine. And against this build specifically, you might want to just go multiple marine. Like Reaper, marine, marine. And then that way, once the stalkers arrive, usually it's 2, right? When the 2 stalkers arrive, you should have at least 3 units. Maybe even 4 though. I'm not sure how, I think it's 3. So with 3 units, you can easily kill the stalker. If it tries to run by, then you can pull some SCV to deal with it, or you can just, assuming the CC is finished, which it should be, by the way, then you can just let him shoot the finished CC. But okay, this game is quite long, so I'm assuming you eventually... Oh, you lose this. Yeah. This is pretty rough. This game might not even be playable, because you're, like, really far behind here. Oh man, you got a big block as well. Yeah, this is going to be really, really tough. It's not a bad idea. I think you should try to get all your units down to the low ground quickly, though. And then you should start trying to build your eco up really fast, because the siege tank gives you a lot of power. Like, you shouldn't be worried too much once you get siege tanks. And if I look at your production right now, it looks to me like you're still a bit worried about an attack, because you're not building workers. Maybe you just forgot. But you're building lots of units and not a lot of workers. Whereas what I would do is go like workers only and siege tanks. More racks. I think you should just leave this on the high ground and go orbital. Okay, now you're going workers. Nice. Double eBay. Yeah, that's awesome. And then what I would do here is I would scan and see what his comp is. Probably the main is best. I mean, he's kind of doing everything, isn't he? If you can see the Colossus, you could keep playing siege tank. But in general, you should probably go Widowmine, because Protoss actually relies quite a bit on Zealots, even when they play Colossus. So it's actually pretty good against almost every comp. Okay. Yeah, this is much better. Now you got your siege tank over here. You should move this one too. If you're worried about them blinking over here, you can put the siege tank like more on this side, but you should definitely have them all down here. Yeah, I think actually your biggest thing is like you're not really making lots of worker. You're actually super low on worker for this time in the game. So I think you mostly need to focus on that. I think you're a bit too focused on like upgrades, which are actually not very important in this game. Yeah, you just don't really have enough stuff right now. Like, you have all this extra production you're getting, but you don't need to do any of that. You just need to make lots of worker and then pump units out of the 5-1-1 setup. 5 racks, 1 factory, 1 starport, and you'll have a way more supply than this. And I think we can stop watching here because it looks like he's gonna troll you with 4 stargates. I don't think you can win from here. Like, you're really far behind. How many times 8 though? You never know outside of GM games. Sometimes crazy shit happens. Maybe he lets you back in the game. You can't really beat Air Toss plus Disruptor with Bio though, so I mean if he just like maxes out in this comp, you'll be in trouble. Okay, wait a sec. Ah, not quite. Alright. I think this one requires a playthrough, guys. Okay, we got Krishna dropping a replay. JG Andre, perfect. So what time did he attack you? So he gave you quite a bit of time, I think, right? Oh, wait. I already passed it. Okay, yeah. Here we go. So 10 minutes. You have 39 workers and 60 supply when he attacks you. So yeah, 10. I want to write this in the chat. 10 minutes, 10 seconds. What did I say? 60 supply, 40 workers. And then if we take command from like here. Yeah, you were definitely way too behind though. So like from the point I stopped, you were majorly in trouble. There was almost no way. Okay. Yeah, so right here we can catch up to the Protoss for sure. No problem. Okay. I'm going to show you guys how to power. So this is pretty important in StarCraft. You got to prioritize which units you make. So we're going to be making Siege Tank as I fix these hotkeys. And we're going to be making workers. And that's it. Because the Siege Tank is going to keep us really safe. You're not actually worried about anything once you have that Siege Tank. Why are my hotkeys not working? Alright, sick. They're not working. So I'm going to have to play with weird hotkeys, but it should be fine. So we've got all the racks. I think you wanted to macro pretty hard, so let's get the CC. We got the Raven. We got the Siege Tank. Oh my god, I gotta press L for this. Okay, excuse my poor macro. Hopefully I can still show you guys kind of what to do. So yeah, lots of workers. We've almost hit your worker count that you had at 10 minutes at like 7:30. So you can already see how much more stuff we're gonna have in long term. I'm not building any bio. Let's put this Viking here. 1-1. Let's go for 2 more barracks. Still making workers. Just hotkey all this. And now we're starting to float some money. So let's start making some Marauder. Let's get 1-1. So 750, 41 worker. We already passed you. Let's go for some medevac. Wait, you have 4 CCs. Hold up a second. Okay. I think I made an additional one. I shouldn't have made 4, obviously. Oops. Yeah, man. Blizzard keeps messing up my hotkeys. Every time I load the game, they mess them up. It's unbelievable. Alright, so you can see I'm like not really adding any production, right? I'm just spending my money off of what I have. And we should be able to reach like 60, I think is pretty solid in a normal game. Maybe in this game, you could argue that that's kind of dangerous because we're behind. But I still think we're going to have quite a few more units than you had. So we're reaching 60 a minute faster. Which might seem confusing because I built workers. But it really does pay off that fast. So I would stop like here and just power out a lot of units. So I'm just going to keep doing this till we hit 10. And see what I've got. Aha. Something was weird. So we've still got 20 seconds. We're at 70 supply. Almost time. Not bad, not bad. A little bit low on gas because of that mistake. And we'll stop the timer right here. 85 supply, 61 workers. So I have over 20 workers more, plus I have another 30 supply. So I think that's quite a big change. Just goes to show, like, if you don't miss the workers and you do a little bit more powering, just making like the siege tank, you're not really in danger, right? Because if we looked at what the Protoss had at that time, it was like 2 Colossus, I think. So your siege tank will kind of destroy that. All right, Krishna. Clip that lesson for a YouTube video. Maybe I will. Sounds like a damn good idea. Alright, I think we're watching... Yeah, okay. Our man is the Zerg player, Krishna. What matchup is this? Protoss. I don't know what it is, guys, but I really love beating up on Protoss players. I hear a lot of Zerg say it's their least favorite matchup, but I love it. Double Queen. Lings. Okay. Very safe third. Speed. Out of gas. I didn't see what MMR this is, but it's got to be pretty decent MMR for sure. Back in gas. You're back in gas pretty early here. Much faster than I would. What the fuck? Wait, what is this Protoss doing? Alright. I no longer think this game is high level, but it's not because of your play. Your play looks awesome. Good job. Your opponent's play looks insane. So next time you see this, though, with your Overlord, there's no wall. You just only make lings, okay? And then you just win. Next time you see this, make 100 lings. Don't feel like a cheeser. Just make 100 lings and then win. Just take all his ladder points, okay? This is not allowed. This is complete bullshit because these units can't win the fight in the open. So you just attack this, and then if he comes down here, you just move command past him and then A move once they're surrounding the units, and then you win. But okay. So you put guys on gas a little bit early. That's only like the smallest mistake. And did you get a scout off? Okay, so yeah. So another thing you could do in this game to improve is to make sure that you get some sort of scout, right? So there's 2 ways to do this. You can sack this Overlord. It's not really a sack unless they build Stalker. But you can basically send it through and not worry if it dies. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is as soon as your pool completes, you make these links and you send it across the map instantly. And then if they're a good player, you'll have to run around the Adept. Otherwise, you can just run through. Like against this guy, you can just run through. Because he had Zealots. Although, to be fair, he didn't throw it on a tech structure, so you probably wouldn't have got much info. Yeah, in that case, since he didn't make any tech for some reason, what you would do is you would just default to safety spores at 330. And then you would throw it on a Roachborn at 330 as well, and just kind of blind counter everything. My brain's confused right now because you drone this base, and every GM will drone this base first once it's saturated, and then they'll switch the rally points. So I'm a little bit confused, but I think you're doing it well. 40, yeah, okay, so it's correct, but my brain had to do math. I couldn't use my shortcuts. 1-1. Okay, nice. You're playing the meta style. I like it. Looks good. You actually need to play Roachborn against this setup, even if you're going to play Lings, because you can't hold on to charge at all ins. with Lingbane. It's too fragile. But other than that, this looks awesome setup. You're not taking too much gas. You're kind of low on workers though. You could definitely go higher on those. And you are 60 worker. Yeah, so I play this style. This style is like super all in. You need to have some awesome trades here. So you should be aiming for like Banelings hitting the Zealots and then a pretty nice round on the Stalkers as well. Okay, I see what's going on here. So you're doing a little bit of like droning plus units at the same time. And you don't want to do that with Zerg. Unless you have to for defense. But like this army is kind of wasteful because you didn't actually do anything with it. And you're also not spending enough money on this attack that it's going to crush your opponent. Like if you did either one, it would be good. But since you're doing both, it's a little bit weak actually. Nice drone count though. Like if you attack right now, it doesn't make a lot of sense because you just made like 20, 30 drones. So that could have been 60 Zerglings. Your eco is set up perfectly though. What MMR is this? Because, okay, you're Diamond Zerg with Cheese. Platinum with Macro. Okay. This definitely looks pretty solid. You could go even more hatches too, by the way. Nice. Maybe a little bit indecisive on like the targets, but other than that, that was good. You definitely need to keep expanding at the pace you were before. I think you did it at a really good pace and then you sort of stopped. But if you kept doing it at the pace and had like 6 base by now, you would still be spending your money pretty well. More gas. I wonder what you're gonna do with this more gas. That's my only question. Because you kind of have the game in the bag if you just keep going. A lot of the time in StarCraft, you kind of win with like your first attack, and then you just keep doing the attack until they surrender. So don't feel like you need to keep teching in your games, because you oftentimes don't have to. In fact, it's if you commit to like an early attack, it's often better to keep doing it than it is to transition. So he's Archon Colossus. Yeah, I would just get like Vipers against this and then do more of the same. Okay, nice. Oh, now you gotta like get out of here though. Yeah, you kind of got trapped. So I think what's happening right now is you're trying to get too much damage. Like, you killed 20 probes, I think, and you won the game, as long as you just consolidated a big army and then fought him. But you tried to go for, like, even more damage. So I've done that a lot, learning the game. And you just gotta be happy with, like, a sizable advantage. You don't need to, like, humiliate your opponent. Although I've tried to do that a bunch. So yeah, I think that's where he went wrong here, because now he comes across and like, this is kind of the only way he can win, right? Is with his army. It's not even that one-sided for him. Here you should definitely abuse your bases more though, because you're fighting him straight up. And what you need to know is the Protoss units are super dumb. And so if you start like microing through your hatches and stuff like that, the AI will do stupid stuff, like Stalkers will start shooting your gas, and you really want to abuse that as much as possible. You can see here is Stalkers are shooting creep tumors. That's kind of the sort of thing. It's not like the most impactful, but yeah, that kind of thing will happen a lot if you pull your units away really far. Or you could like, let's say he's a move this way, and you can pull the Zealots somehow up the ramp, and the rest of his army fights your hatch. That'll be awesome, because you can kill the Zealots first, and then you can gang up on the Colossus after. So I would try to abuse that more here. Yeah, this game is tragic, hey? You were kind of crushing, but You just got a little bit greedy. I think we've all been there. Okay. Yeah, I think he's got you. I'm trying to go Muta. Alright, almost. You definitely had him on the back ropes for sure. I think when you did that Baneling Roach attack, I would have maybe sent the Banelings in by themselves for the workers and then bailed with the Roach Ravager a little faster, because your Roach Ravager getting trapped was kind of like a big portion of your army. Alright, one more replay. This is a Terran game. Okay. Are you... Okay, so you're playing Terran vs. Zerg. Sister Fister. Okay. Okay, so this is Silver League. Silver League TVZ. Alright, let's see what build you're playing. Okay, Standard Reaper Expand. I mean, this looks pretty good so far. For silver. This looks excellent, actually. Alright, will you do the classic silver thing and micro the crap out of this Reaper and float money? Let's find out. A little bit. Okay, but you had to check the Bane Nest. That was fair. And macro at home. It's pretty good. Okay, you only forgot the reactor. Other than that, it looks pretty good, though. That's going to be a big one, though, because you're not going to be able to make your Hellions. But that happens. Ah, yeah, you're like... I like how you lifted it, and you're like, where is the reactor? Where is it? Okay, we got a... Nice. Get a tech lab, starport. With a new plan. It's fine, though. Your opponent is not doing things very well at this level, so you can easily overcome this. Bunker. You should definitely put the bunker down here because you got to protect this base. I think you're kind of, you were doing amazing, and now you're kind of getting to like this very turtled, scared setup, and you don't really need to be. Like, if you're really worried, you can put bunkers here, but just having like the one siege tank and then going into Hellion, you'll be pretty fine against almost anything. Like, Defender's Advantage is quite strong in this game, so you don't need to be super worried about attacks so much. This is pretty bananas, though. Yeah, I think we didn't make enough units because we went for this barracks super fast. So we didn't quite get like the default amount of units you're supposed to have in this matchup, which is like 8 Hellion, 2 Banshee. We only had like 1 tank and 4 Marine. So yeah, you need a little bit more. And then if you could spot exactly what he's doing, you could even make more than that. You're not doing too bad here, but these situations are actually really hard to play. I think you're defending, actually. I think you're fine. I think you're winning. So now what you want to do is you want to get everything down here, except for like a small handful of Marine, and you want to patrol them where you put the Nidus, because he's going to do it again. Like, this guy's up to no good. He's, like, you see? There's no way this guy wouldn't do it again. So you just leave units there forever, basically. And then that lets you focus a lot more on other stuff. Yeah, this is a very chaotic game now, right? Like you got to get it back under control, and everything is just in ruins here. Dropship? Okay, I actually really don't like this idea because your base is in shambles, right? Like this is an absolute nightmare base setup because you've been dealing with all this crazy stuff going on really well, to be fair. But then you counterattack and you haven't like fixed anything here. And so if this was a GM game and they like fixed everything really fast and then did the drop, it's probably not as bad. But in this situation, it kind of is because you just haven't fixed anything. Yeah. I don't think you have the speed to do this. Like most players won't. So if you're silver, you especially will not have the speed, right? I'm thinking like diamond players wouldn't have the speed in this situation. So you should really just chill and kind of fix your base and grab your third and just kind of slowly progress. And then I think you would have been fine. Not to mention you don't have stim, so this army is kind of weak actually. If you had stim, this would have been a lot stronger. This becomes a crazy game, I think. This game is 19 minutes. Okay. Well, we don't have any worker, though. Yeah, this is a very troublesome spot. Okay, Jonathan. You have a question? Best way to not miss Widowmine drops. Well, are you playing 4-gate blink or are you playing, like, defensive blink? I think you played 3-gate blink, right? If I remember your replay. If you're playing 3-gate blink, then you should just go for the attack and you should dodge the Widowmine drop with the probe pull. But it is actually quite hard. Like that's actually just a really hard build order matchup. But I would say don't attack with 3-gate blink. If you want to attack, go 4-gate blink. You're actually recovering pretty well here. I think you're actually winning now. Between the time I stopped watching when I'm watching again. So well done. The biggest thing for me here is your base setup here is oh, I guess you're getting 3 barracks now. Okay, never mind. You're actually getting the upgrades and stuff. Yeah, this looks okay. Here you just need to get your siege tanks in position. There was a bunch of stuff you could have done there, like move the CC or move the tanks in range so they can hit the Hydra behind the command center. But I would focus a lot on getting these barracks set up and getting your eco up, because if you can just get the eco up and the base set up, you can outproduce your opponent pretty fast and you won't have to deal with these crazy situations as much because you can just A-move them. Like, these situations you're currently in are very difficult because you have to micro really well because you only have like 2 units. But if you just pump out a lot of units, these situations all get incredibly easy. And you don't actually have to do any micro anymore. So you only have to micro because your army is super tiny. So instead of doing like this move, for example, this is not a bad move, but you're not doing the basics. So it is a bad move because of that. So what you should do is just sit here with your units, not touch them, and just hyper focus on like getting the base set up perfectly. Even if your opponent messes it up, just try to get it back on track. And then they mess it up again and you just go get it back on track again. Just keep like, you know, trying to get here. And then as soon as you get here and you can spend your money, you're probably going to win most of these games because your opponents are also not macroing very well. And so you can easily overcome them. And this guy's super annoying, hey? I would honestly just start like leaving siege tanks in these bases once you get them set up, because this guy is basically only keeping up with you by making these annoying situations happen. You just need to consolidate basically. But every time you get close to consolidating, you tried to make the game hard by doing an attack. And so that was where you went wrong, I think. Just like set up your base so it's defended and then you're good. Not bad, Andre. Not bad. How long have you been playing? Should I switch to 4-gate? No, probably not. Oh, wait. You mean for the blink. 4-gate blink. You should if you want to be aggressive. Yeah, you should. If you're going to play 3-gate blink, it's, the way I see it, is it's like GM 2-gate blink, except easier. You should use it as a macro build, where you just only make like 5 stalker, unless you get all in. But I don't recommend 2-gate to students because it's a bit too tight and a bit too hard, I think. You can't like miss any warp-ins against pushes. Four months? Honestly, pretty good. Not bad. Yeah, I think you're trying to do too many attacks for sure. It's pretty common for people to do that. You really don't need to use the units as much as you think. It might seem like you do if you watch a lot of pro streams and stuff, but honestly, you just need to like build up in the correct way, matching up against what your opponent's doing, and that's pretty sufficient for even like Diamond League, honestly. Like you can get pretty far just by building up correctly. Another silver game. Okay, let's check it out. This is RW. Yo, if you guys are new to the Discord, make sure you set your race and your league in the add your race here. Is it working actually? It keeps breaking. Yeah, it should be working. You guys should be able to go to add your race here and then just select your race and your league. Oh my god. Okay, so we're watching the Zerg here. ZVP. One sec. I lost my tab. Okay, here we go. Oh no. These guys are not mining. We just misclicked the mineral line a little bit. Looks like you're really worried about this probe. I think we can all relate. We've been hurt by cannon rush before. But you shouldn't pull the drones against the probe because you're losing tons of money here. So like even if he cannon rushed you, you'd actually be in even more trouble by pulling the drones like this, because now you have less money to defend the cannon rush. So if you get cannon rushed, what you should do is literally ignore it and build a Roach Warren, second gas, and go Ravagers. And then you can just buy all the cannons, and then you can expand to 3 bases, and then you can counterattack with the Ravagers and try to kill a bunch of stuff, and then you're winning. Instead of the really complicated drone pull defense, it's much easier to go Ravagers. But okay, let's see how this plays out. You're definitely a little behind now, but it's not unrecoverable. Okay, so the defense you want to use here is you want to put your queens in front so that the adept basically has to shade by the queen. Otherwise, it takes a ton of damage from the queen. So you just leave the queen here, and then he's going to have to shade. So when he shades, you just take your lings and you right click on the shade. And then the shade will go wherever it goes, and your lings will just follow it. So no matter where the shade goes, you don't even need to watch anymore. It'll just do it all for you automatically, right? Like the adept's going this way, you're following, and he like tries to bait you or DQ. He changes direction, your lings will just follow it. So that makes it really easy to defend the adepts. But yeah, this was a pretty rough early game. So you're definitely in like a completely losing position already, unfortunately. We'll see if you can recover, but yeah, that was definitely not very efficient for you. You don't have the ling speed, right? Yeah. You probably don't want to move out with your lings unless you have ling speed. They're kind of bad until they get that upgrade, honestly. And you also just want to avoid the wall here. Like, usually you don't attack Protoss until they take their third at the very least. So if you want to get link speed and like attack this space a little bit, you can kind of do that, but I wouldn't recommend you push this one at all. Instead, you should just be droning. Maybe have like one link here so you can see when he moves out. But other than that, you should just be droning and playing defense with Zerg. Link speed, roach speed. Yeah, I think mostly you're behind early game. I don't feel like you're playing too bad now, but you're definitely a little bit wasteful with the units. I think if you had all of your lings still, you may have been able to hold this. But mostly this came down to the early game, actually. You were just like really behind early game, so even though you're kind of droning pretty well at this point, it's not quite enough. Yeah, the earlier the game is, the more impactful your eco is, right? Because you have less of it. So if you like play a game and you check the workers here early in the game and you're like way down, it's probably over, right? Like if you're down 9 workers and it's like 15 minutes in the game, it doesn't matter at all almost. But if you're down that many workers at this point, it's really rough. So I think you need to focus more on getting your queens on time and your link speed if you're going to play 3 hatch, and then just having your queens in front. That'll help a lot. All right, I think we can watch one more game if someone has one. Otherwise, we'll call it a night, I think. I'll probably keep this uploaded on YouTube though, if you guys want to peruse it later. But if you haven't already, make sure to thumbs up this video. That actually helps it reach more people. So please do that if you have a sec. You got one. Wait. JJ Andre. Double dipping. No double dipping allowed. I see you. We've already analyzed your waterfall replay. Nice try. Alright guys, I think we probably analyzed everybody's replay in the stream. There's only 14 of you left. We've definitely went through like 14 replays. Trying to be sneaky. Fair play. I respect the hustle, but you were caught. Okay, I think I'll end the stream here, and I'll probably be streaming tomorrow some more Protoss because we're getting pretty high MMR. Actually, this MMR is not as high as the other one. But I feel like we're getting pretty good at Protoss. We're on the cusp of breaking into the top 16 with a couple of good sessions, which is something I want to do. And then we'll probably get back to playing some more Zerg and Terran after that. But alright guys, it's like 12:20 here, so I should probably go to sleep soon. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to come to the group practices, where we do some scrims and we did micro tournament today a little bit. No, a lot. We did micro tournament a lot. Then you can become a YouTube member. And if you are tier 1, you're going to get access to replay packs. If you're in tier 2, you're going to get access to replay packs as well, but also group practice. And then if you're in tier 3, I also do unlimited replay analysis, which is not like 1,000 replays a day, but I'll do like 1 or 2 a day. And if you want some coaching with me, you can check out my website at HuShangCoaching.com. I had a lot of students reaching out to me recently, but I still have some room if you want it. So there's my website, and I will see you guys soon, hopefully.